Hello, hello. Welcome back to the What We Said podcast, everybody. Happy Tuesday.
Hey, guys.
And I hope you guys are having a great day so far. It's going to get even better in the next hour. So buckle up. We're going to read some good stories today. We don't have any tour updates, recaps, because we're going to be honest with you guys. We haven't gone yet. Okay.
When we're recording, we had to record a few in advance. So tour updates to come probably next week.
Yeah.
Which I'm so excited to give. If you guys are following along on our Instagram, that's probably the best place that you'll get some live updates. Instagram or TikTok, if you guys want to keep up during the tour journey, more in real time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm getting ready for my wedding, getting ready for tour.
Yeah.
Like planning out the appointments, packing my bag early, like certain things that I'm like, okay, I got to be prepared.
Yeah. I need to do that.
Beauty things done. I mean, not a ton, but
just some
fun to
little
have
things.
an event to get ready for.
It is.
Get your nails done for. Are you going long nails? Like
I already got my nails done for tour.
Oh, cute.
And
they're so cute.
They're just neutral and normal.
Are those your real nails?
Yeah.
Wow, slay. You don't have ever the urge to peel them off.
It hurts too bad.
Peel that.
Ooh, this part, no. Sorry,
like the long part. Do you ever peel your nails?
no.
Okay.
Only once it once the gel starts to come off a little, then I get the urge.
Oh, okay.
But if my nails, I'm gonna be honest, I rarely ever have, like when I'm getting them done after like 2 or 3 weeks, there's like nothing. There's no chips in them.
Yeah.
It's just that they're grown out.
Yeah.
I don't peel them unless they start to peel. Then I'll get the urge to
Yeah.
Definitely if they start to.
Well,
But that's
good.
pretty rare. So I usually just keep them simple.
Nice. Slay.
One coat, Let's Be Friends, OPI, 1 coat bubble bath.
Beautiful. That is an art. Those nudes and pinks and mixing them is an art.
It is, especially with skin tone, because I started trying to take advice from people who don't have my skin tone whatsoever. They'd be like, I love OPI, Love in the Bear. And then it would be on me and I'm like, this does not it's too nude. It's not like
Love in the
pink.
Bear, that's a color.
Love in the Bear. That's one of the most popular.
Yeah.
I think kind of nudes. There's there's a range. Bubble bath, funny bunny.
Yes, funny bunny. What's the other one I use? Can't remember.
I do a funny bunny bubble bath combo as well. But lately I've been liking this one.
I like that
for
a
my
lot.
skin tone. I think it works.
It looks very natural.
Thank you. Yeah, it's pretty. I like it.
I've been going back and forth between wanting to do something crazy with my nails because I'm like, it's a fun
why not?
thing. And then just staying neutral because I don't want to get sick of them. But we'll see what I do. Nail reveal coming soon.
Yeah, you guys, it already happened, but you'll never know if Chelsea's is going to have bleached hair, bangs.
I like to keep people on the edge of their
blue
seat.
sparkly nails or bubble bath. We don't know.
You don't know.
And I know you guys are dying
to know. Dying to see.
Yeah, so
the
stay
updates.
tuned.
Yeah. Will I get my brows laminated or just keep them down?
Ooh.
I probably will just keep them down. I don't like the lamination. But anyways, what have you been up to?
Oh, nothing really. Honestly, just grinding for this this upcoming chapter of life. I feel like it's a busy time.
Yeah.
So
it's very busy.
I haven't had a lot of free time to have some cool updates. I'm mostly just doing basic tasks.
Yeah, I feel that. I have been, as prep, I've been in my Masterclass era and I love it. I love Masterclass. It's so good. Every time I go to watch one, I'm like, how much can I really learn that I don't already know? No, I don't think that. But I do think, what am I going to get out of this? Is it going to be life-changing, groundbreaking? Yeah. And every time I am so inspired, I'm so ready to just take on the world. Hearing people's stories is just mixed in with their advice of a craft or a hobby or just something that they have absolutely mastered is so inspiring.
It's so insane that we have so much access. It's a good thing and a bad thing, but just we truly have access to so much information, very valuable information for a pretty low price.
Yeah.
When compared to like 20 or 30 years ago. Like people would have to go to the library and check out a book. And
they'd have to become an apprentice.
Yeah, and maybe have like a mentorship. But I say it's a blessing and a curse because it's so amazing and it's like there's so much opportunity, but it also is so overwhelming, I think, to have all that knowledge at your fingertips. It's like where to even begin sometimes, you know? But it is so cool. I feel like that's such a huge, obviously, like difference between our generation and the previous one. And I think that's also why a lot of them have a differing opinion about work and stuff, where it's like, you need to go to college, you need to get a job, but they didn't have the access that we have. So with that access just comes a different perspective where it's like, oh, I actually don't need to follow that route that you took because it's a completely different world that we're living in. But they can't understand that quite yet, I don't think. I mean, some people do, but
it's true.
It's just a different time.
Yeah, it is. It's, there's lots to learn. I actually was thinking, I was looking up cooking classes too. Like I was like maybe going to do just a one-off cooking class for a date for me and Nick. It was like my turn to pick. I was like, oh, that would be fun to like go to a one-off. And then as I was looking more into it, I'm about to sign up for a thousands of dollars course of like literally 12 classes. I'm like, wait, what am I doing? I don't have time. I'm literally about to go into work.
Remember when I was texting you though about that? Yeah. That cooking class? That I was like, I genuinely want to do that at some point in my life because it goes over like knife skills and like all this stuff. And I'm like, I need to do that. But you have to be in person for like 12 straight weeks. And I just know that I won't be able to.
Yeah, exactly. That's what's hard. It was the slogan of the one I was looking at was learn how to cook, not how to follow a recipe. And that is what I need to learn. Yeah. Well, I actually need to learn how to follow a recipe as well.
Yeah, same.
Absolutely correctly. But it's better to know, how things work. Right. To follow a recipe.
Yeah. The more practice you have, it just...
Because they'll be like, add that to your liking. I'm like, I don't know what my liking is.
No,
I don't know
what stresses me out about making, especially if it's for a lot of people. Like if I've double the recipe.
To your liking.
Yeah, it's like salt and pepper. I'm like, how much? Yeah. Like I get so scared to season things because I'm like, obviously you can just start minimally, but I feel like then if you over salt something or over season it, it's like
too much,
inedible. So you got to really, but I feel like once you're so, no pun intended, well seasoned, like you are a seasoned cook, then you know what you're doing. Like my mom doesn't need that to follow a recipe. Like she doesn't, if they're like salt and pepper, she's like, okay. And she just does it. I'm like, aren't you scared it's going to be too salty or not salty enough? But she knows because she's done it for so long.
Especially with those things. It is like too much garlic. You don't want to put too much garlic, but you don't want it to not have any kick to it.
Exactly.
You don't want it to be too acidic, but you don't want it, it is
cooking, I feel like is it's like one of the more, I don't know if it's something where it's like you have it or you don't, but I do think it is somewhat of that. Yeah. I think some people naturally have it. I think anyone could probably learn skills and like learn how to follow a recipe, but sometimes I feel like people just have a knack for it and they also can pick out flavors. Not a rat.
No, that actually sounded like a rat.
That sounded like a rat running in the rafters. Perfect. No, it did. It was giving.
Yeah. Awesome. Huge rat too. Oh,
did you hear something else?
No, I heard it again. Okay. I heard it again. It's like in that corner.
Ew.
Welcome. He's a valley girl. And I know it's a male.
It's the Rat King.
It's Tyson.
He came early. It's not Halloween, but he's here already. I always kind of feel like that. I'm like, is it kind of just like in your bones to be a good cook? But I do think it's teachable to some degree.
You know what I think it is about anything, and we've been harping on this, like, just your gifts and your creative abilities. It has to come from a place of you actually care. Because I feel that way sometimes even when people ask for like personal styling advice for themselves, when I know that person doesn't really care enough.
That's true.
Or I'm like, I can give you all the advice of what I do and what I like and what I think looks good, but you have to care to like really put an effort. You have to care enough to put an effort. If you don't care, if it's just like every once in a while you're like, oh, I want to get good at that. I want like, oh, that would be nice. Then I fear the longevity of it will not last.
Right. You're not going to put in the genuine work to like figure anything out if you don't care that much.
But I do think with certain things you care about it and you work really hard at it and it's something like a main thing in your life. And then I feel like there's a mid-tier where for me, I feel like that's cooking where I do really care about it. And it's like a desire that I have, but it's like a little less of a priority. Like I have other things I care about more, but I still care about that. Then there are some things I'm like, I don't care to be good at that.
Yeah.
And I probably never will be.
It's true. You can't care about it all. It's kind of what it goes back to what I was saying. You can't. That's what's the overwhelming thing about life and access these days. You can't care about everything. You can't be good at everything. You have to like
Jack
really
of all trades.
You have to pick.
Master of none.
You have to pick your things that you really want to hone in on.
Yeah. And with Masterclass, I've kind of been doing that where I'm trying not, there are certain things I'm like, I want to take a class on that, take a class on that, but I'm trying to stay within one theme. Like I was taking I want to take, I can't remember who was teaching it, but it's a storytelling masterclass of just like how to tell a good story. Like I've taken, there's like public speaking ones or improvisation. Amy Poehler did an improv one, and it's so good because she's talking about improving. Obviously she does actual improv, but like improving in life and just like navigating life. And it's so good. And I actually read her memoir a long time ago, her book. Can't remember what it's called, but I read it like 9 years ago or something. And she just is so amazing. Like her and Tina Fey, I love them.
Icons.
They're
I need
iconic.
to watch that masterclass.
And their story of just like she moved to like just these women for that worked at SNL, Tina Fey, her, and I can't remember the other girls' names. I'm so incredibly sorry. They're iconic. But they basically worked together, and she was like, we didn't, like, I've had competition with other women before, but we all went and we like went to improv school together. And then we kind of worked together, and that was my team. Like we were a team, and that's how we got so successful.
Yeah.
It wasn't like we were trying to outdo each other. Like that is why we were as successful as we were, because we wanted to uplift each other and like take each other to the end, not just like, oh, I hope I make it.
Yeah. I've been thinking about that so much. I'm not going to name names, but there are like two women that are kind of in the same like industry. And I always think, and it's kind of like this, not like feud, but like people definitely pit them against each other. And I always just think like if they paired up, they would be so they would be so much more successful. But there's kind of this like underlying like, oh, who's gonna whatever. And I'm like, yes. And I'm like, if they, I don't know what their take on it is, but I'm like, if you guys just got together and what's the word I'm looking for? Like teamed up, I guess, kind of like not saying that they need to like now do everything side by side, but like if you're to like play into the narrative, and you will be so much more powerful.
Yes, 100%.
Than if you are competing. Yeah. And that's basically always the case. Like collaboration will always take you farther than being competitive with someone. Yeah. Especially girls. I feel like girls pairing together, it's like that is how you get the power. Look around.
Open your eyes. Wake up. No, it was very, it was very good.
I need to watch that.
Yeah, you would love it.
I need to take some master classes. That's a good use of time. I feel like that's an actual.
Yeah, because you can watch it on your TV. Like I just project it onto my TV, take some notes, but you also don't have to like drive somewhere and go and like make it a big deal. It's kind of at your own pace. You can pause it.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I'm into that.
Anything else?
No, nothing else that I have at the moment. I'm excited to read these stories because they're dating stories, and dating stories are always the top tier of this podcast. So I'm just very excited to dive into this. These are stories about basically, I can't believe that I dated him was the prompt. And I can't wait to dive in. I'll go first.
Fall is upon us. It's the perfect time to refresh your wardrobe with some pieces that feel as good as they look. Okay, that is very important to me, at least in fall and winter, that I'm not feeling itchy, that I'm not feeling uncomfortable. And I want my clothes to not only look high quality, but feel high quality, because that means they're going to last longer and take me into multiple seasons, not just one season and then they're done. So Quince makes it easy to look polished, stay warm, and save big without compromising on quality, which is amazing. So they have a lot of elevated essentials for fall. One of them that I talk about all the time is my 100% organic cotton Fisherman Crew sweater. Okay, you guys, they have a couple different colors. I have it in the ivory, but they have like a really pretty burgundy, a blue, a green. This is the perfect sweater for fall. I feel like the structure of it is just very chic and cozy and just a great staple piece to add to your closet. They also have their wool coats, which look designer level. They're so good, but cost a fraction of the price. So if you're looking for something to wear through the cold weather that looks really nice, definitely check out Quince. That should be your first stop. And the quality is so good.
I love Quince so much. Anything I have from there, I have absolutely loved. They also have amazing home stuff if you're trying to refresh your home, your bedding, anything like that. So by partnering directly with ethical top-tier factories, they can cut out the middleman, which helps to deliver their luxury quality pieces at half the price of similar brands. And I can attest to this. There have been multiple pieces, things that I'm like eyeing that are just way too expensive. I'm like, it looks really nice, but it's just too expensive. And then I'll find something on Quince that looks so similar and the quality is just as good and the price is way, way better. So keep it classy and cozy this fall with long-lasting staples from Quince. Go to quince.com/whatwesaid for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That is QUINCE.com/whatwesaid to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/whatwesaid. A lot of people are not aware of how much money they spend each month. I feel like this is very, very common. I feel like I have been there many times before. I'm paying for random things like subscriptions that I forgot about, and money's just being drained from my bank account for no reason. It is so astonishing to see how much you're truly spending on subscriptions or even on like takeout or delivery. It's probably more money than you think. But luckily, Rocket Money is designed to help you manage your money better and really take an actual look at your finances. So Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps you find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so that you can grow your savings. So it shows you all of your expenses in one place. There's like a dashboard when you go on their app, and it includes subscriptions that you possibly forgot about. If you see a subscription on there that you're like, wait, I do not use that, I do not want that, Rocket Money will help you cancel it. Like I said, the dashboard lays out your total financial picture. It includes bill due dates, paydays in a way that's very easy to digest. And you can automatically create custom budgets also based on your past spending, which is so nice. If you are specifically, like if you have a goal in mind that you're like, I want to save for this, or for a house, or for this car, or for this specific item, then Rocket Money can kind of just analyze your accounts and then find the best time each month based on that to put extra money aside without you even having to put in that work.
Yet again, you guys found out I was paying for the same subscription twice. I was shocked. You would think I learned my lesson the first time, but thank goodness I have Rocket Money because they keep me updated and they show me everything that is so, like JC said, easy to digest. So you can get alerts if your bills increase in price, which is really, really nice. If there's unusual activity in your accounts, if you're close to going over budget, and even when you're doing a good job, which, I do appreciate. When I have a month where I'm hitting my goals and my spending's down, I'm like, look at me go. Rocket Money's 5 million members have saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, with members saving up to $740 a year when they use all of the app's premium features. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/whatwesaid today. That's rocketmoney.com/whatwesaid. rocketmoney.com/whatwesaid. Go check it out. I took both of the boys to breakfast this morning while Nick was getting a haircut, and I was like, it'll be fine, just me and the boys. Oh my goodness. I was chasing around Elwood like crazy. I felt like I was a circus performer or something, running back and forth. Like I was not wearing the right shoes. It was insane. They're throwing rocks in the fountain. They're running up, they're sliding. I'm like, wait, who's crying now? And, good thing they're so cute and fun because it is actually insane. But they're on the move. There's no doubt about it. And Huggies Little Movers has up to 100% leak-proof fit that is great for your little mover. So it's available with double grip strips or a new HuggFit 360 waistband. If your kid is at that point where they don't really want to lay down for a diaper change anymore, these are so nice that you can just pull on while they're standing up or wiggling around. You're not having to try and literally wrangle them like a rodeo. Huggies Little Movers are designed to help keep your baby comfortable and protected no matter how they move.
Huggies Little Movers is the only brand with double grip strips and is designed for worry-free running, jumping, and playing. The new Huggies Little Movers HuggFit 360 slip-on diaper has double the stretch of Little Movers open diapers and an extra secure fit. And they have easy tear sides for fast and easy changes. This is so nice once your baby gets to the potential age where they're like even trying to undo their diaper or they're just getting even more active and moving around a bunch. Having a baby that loves to move and is super active and running around is obviously so fun, but it can also be challenging to find a diaper that is keeping up with them throughout the day's activities. Huggies Little Movers helps keep your mini-me protected with double grip strips and HuggFit 360 waistband. Huggies Little Movers made with double grip strips or with the new HuggFit 360 waistband so your mini-me can keep moving like you. Huggies, we got you, baby. Get red flag ready, ladies, and buckle up for a long one because I ignored all of them, resulting in a big fat waste of 6+ years of my young life at the time.
Oh no.
It all worked out. I'm in my early 30s now and happily married to the sweetest husband. But before I woke up and saw the light, I had to suffer to appreciate what I have now. From the early days of this relationship, my high school boyfriend would use me as a chauffeur for him and his friends every night, but never invited me to hang out, just wanted me to drive them. This lasted for years, not only the chauffeuring, but also never including me in the plans, even if all of his friends' girlfriends were coming.
What?
To the point that I used to ask all of the time if girls were coming so I could join. So embarrassing in hindsight. Fast forward through almost 6 years of ignoring every red flag ever flown and begging for any morsel of his time, and he decides he wants to transfer to another state for the end of college. He was in community college in our hometown at the time, and I was a year older and already figured my career out here. But sadly, I was actually blinded by young love because I took his decision to transfer as an invitation to start planning our life in a new state together.
Oh no.
Now, I know what you ladies must be thinking. Are these red flags or are you just living under an actual rock? But I'm telling you, whenever I questioned his love for me or what he wanted in the long run, he reassured me always that it was us being together. So with him in my ear saying he wants to come too, I start getting my Pinterest board ready for plans of us living together in this new state until he tells me that he decided he should get an apartment with other students at his new school to make some new friends. He still wants me to quit my job, move 1,000 miles away from my home and family to live close by him in the new state though. I ended up using his laptop for something one day during this time and saw that all of his recent searches were best party schools in the state and things along those lines. So one would think it would end there, but nope. When he asked me to come along, I ended up taking weeks off from my career starting job to travel to the new state with him to visit different schools, check out surrounding areas, and I was naively so excited to move into that phase of life together. One day, weeks into our trip visiting the new state,
Girl.
he ran to a store and left his phone behind. And as we do when we're dating the wrong man, I got that womanly intuition to look through it, revealing dozens of texts to his best friend about how annoyed he was by me being there and getting in the way of his experience and how he could not wait for school to start so he could create distance from me and meet new people. I was about to move 1,000 miles away to follow him like some groupie begging for love. Going through his phone started such a fight, and after that trip, I knew this relationship could not last forever.
Oh my gosh. I got a pit.
Despite me holding on for actual dear life for so many years, I decided I'd wait to move there until he got more situated in school and in the new state, and then we ended up breaking up less than a month after he started school. Shocking, right? Later, when I met my now husband, it took years to stop feeling like the most annoying, unlovable loser ever because of ignoring of the red flags. Because my ignoring of the red flags ruined my self-worth and confidence. It's crazy because people used to say all the time they looked up to my high school relationship because of how cute we were for all those years. This is your listener's sign to not believe everything you see on social media. I'm so grateful I ended up marrying someone that I have never once had to ask for reassurance from. From day one, he made his intentions clear, makes it known how much he loves me, and wants to be a part of any and everything. I've never once felt like I've annoyed him in over 9 years now. If you girls end up reading this one on the podcast, I hope it's someone else's sign that if just being yourself is too much for someone, then you're with the wrong person.
Slay.
You should always feel adored by the other person you're in a relationship with. I love you both, and the podcast is my favorite part of the week. My husband even refers to you both on a first name basis as if we're real life friends.
Screaming.
I love that.
That's a supportive
That's
king.
a king.
Oh my gosh. I cannot believe, I hate that. That's the part that just grinds my freaking gears is like they're showing you all of the signs that they want to break up with you, but their words are like,
it does not
the
match.
opposite. It's like, no, it's me and you forever, baby. It's like, what? Okay, I
But I'm
guess
so
I need to
confused.
believe you. But yeah, I think she nailed it. Like you have to watch their actions and you have to use that as your compass, not their words. Especially if they're contradicting each other. Believe the actions.
Oh my gosh. It's one of those things, unless you're in the situation, it's like so clear, like get out. He obviously,
Doesn't like you enough.
He does not like you enough. He's not prioritizing you. But when you're in it, you're like, but they say they are. And it's just like, okay. And you're comfortable in the situation. So you're just like, well, I guess it's just is like this. But I feel like that is such a good lesson. Like she was saying, you should not, number one, you should never have to beg.
Yeah.
Should never have to feel like you're begging for a morsel of their time and attention.
Yes.
They should never be making you feel like, literally, honestly, they should just be treating you like a princess the whole time. And you should obviously be treating them all too. But it should be a give and take. You should never feel like you're begging for crumbs and like you're annoying
like you're giving
them for
everything and they're giving nothing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like it's not the right partner.
You can feel when it's out of balance, when like you're having to overcompensate, you know, like you're having to give 150% because you're just like, wait, okay, well, they're only giving me 50%. So I need to go above and beyond and like do even more and follow him to the other state.
Yes.
That's your first.
He's also a loser, beta.
Oh.
Because because he can't man up and say,
yeah,
hey, actually, you shouldn't move here. I'm not, and I don't think I like you enough.
First red flag, making you drive and drop him and his friends off multiple times for years and not inviting you.
Yes.
First major ick red flag.
He's
actually says a lot about a person.
He has horrible communication skills. He's not communicating the actual truth to you.
Yes.
He's got to go.
I may be a chronic overthinker, but the little things that guys do, especially when you're in a relationship with them, speaks just to me volumes about their true character. Whether they like just the littlest things. And I feel like girls, you notice the little things. I'm trying to think of an example, but like,
I have the perfect example.
Even like when you're done eating, like taking both of your plates over, like and getting, or if you're always the one that's like cleaning up after him and he's never offering to do anything, like he's never getting you water. He's never like just little things. I feel like speak volumes. Never like eating in front of you and not offering you some. You know what I mean?
Yes,
just like
just little tiny
things like that drive me bonkers.
You know,
and I judge harshly
for sure. You know, Zach from Love Island. The one that I sent you a video, it's like, he's just like classic F-boy vibes on TikTok. Like they cringe you. I can't. The videos are insane.
Yeah. One from AZ, right?
Is he from Arizona? Oh no.
I'm pretty sure. I'm like, that's my cousin. Right? Is that the one I'm thinking of?
I don't know. Tall. I was saying he was the one who was dancing.
Yeah.
On TikTok and people were like, oh, he's actually kind of eating. And then he like took that as an invitation to dance he's honestly, it's one of those things that's like the Sway Boys in 2020 where it's like you kind of can't look away because it's so shocking that he's like willing to be this cringy. Mm-hmm. I've been holding back sending you certain TikToks because I'm like, it's funny to me, but I also I'm like, I need to reel this in and I don't want these to be served to me on my algorithm.
Yeah.
However, people have been shipping him and Grayson lately from Love Island. You know, she's blonde.
Yeah, she's so cute.
So super pretty. They've been like hanging out more. After Love Island, the kind of whole group was hanging out that was on Love Island together. And then they were specifically like in a lot of TikToks and people were just like, you guys are so cute together. And then she was on live. I mean, the biggest red flag already is the type of TikToks he makes. Like, let's be real. But then they were on live together and I just saw a screen recording of it. I didn't see the actual thing. But she's like, he starts talking on the phone to someone like right around her.
Okay,
like,
they're
super
together,
loudly.
the same room.
They're in the same room.
Okay.
He's kind of in the kitchen. She's like in the living room. They're like in an apartment. And she is on live and then he starts like, he gets a call and he's like, oh, that's weird. Da, da, da. And he's kind of, it's giving like gossip. Like he's talking about something and she's like, hey, I'm on live. Remember that or something. And he's like, yeah, I know. And she's like, so can you go into the other room? And he's like, you can. I'm cooking. And everyone's like, oh, immediately no.
And you aren't even dating?
No. I'm like, that man
is rude to everyone.
Yes. I'm like, you've already icked me out with your like the, you know, lip syncing over the things. And it already is giving like he's looking at himself in the camera, not her. I'm just like, you are already too much. And then you say that, you're gone. He's like,
the mask is slipping.
Like, yes. He's like, you can, I'm cooking. Oh, but stuff like that, it's like, it seems minor. It's just like a little comment. And to him, it's like, oh, what?
And
it's
at
just
that
a little
point, you
comment.
actually go, okay, and you leave the house.
Yeah. I'm
you
like, oh, no. That is indicative
you get in your car and you drive away.
Much
deeper.
Worse behavior. Mm-hmm. Like he is going to be rude to you.
Yes.
He's going to not care about your feelings.
100%.
He's, no.
Selfish.
Yes. Very
selfish.
I just not into it.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you agree with me because sometimes I'm like, am I like overthinking these? Like when I see other people do little, I'm like, that little thing you just did
like speaks so much about who you are.
I know everything about you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. Anyways, I think it's like those selfish little things that people do.
Not mistakes necessarily that people make because I make those all the time, obviously. But I'm like, surprise. I make mistakes
selfish
as well.
Patterns.
Yes.
I agree.
Little intentions where you're like, okay. Especially if you notice 2, 3, 4. And you're like, okay.
I need to find this live for you so you can look at it.
Can't wait.
It's not the vibe.
Hey girlies, I want to start off by saying you guys make my work days go by faster. I'm a truck driver, so I'm constantly on the road, but y'all make it enjoyable. Slay truck driver. Okay, so here it goes. I was talking to this guy who I had met at my church when we were about 12, 13 years old. For reference, I'm now 27. It was always known to the both of us that we liked each other, but didn't actually take it serious until we were in college. It always felt as though I was deeper in it than he was. There was a time when I was helping with his homework. I put in quotations because I was not just helping, but actually doing it while he played video games.
Bye.
Anyways, I was using his laptop that was connected to his phone, so all his notifications came through. Well, a text came in and I read, "How was your day, babe?" My heart literally sank. IDKY, but I decided not to say anything and finish his essay.
Wait, hold on. This is just someone she likes. It's not her boyfriend?
Yeah, she was saying it's always... Oh, but didn't actually take it serious till we were in college. I always felt like I was deeper in it. Okay,
so they are in a relationship?
I guess they're serious. I don't know.
Okay.
She didn't specify, but it sounds like they were serious.
They didn't take it seriously until now, so now they are. So they are in a relationship,
yes.
It sounds like.
Okay. Soon I left and he walked me to my car, and that's when I confronted him about it. And guess what? He said, "It's a coworker. That's just how she speaks. She calls everyone babe."
Okay.
Deep down, I knew it was an obvious lie, but I chose to believe him. Something about him was that he never wanted to hang out in public, so it was always come over or hang out in the car.
Not the secret. Nope.
I always questioned him if he was embarrassed of me or why that was, but he would just say he didn't like going out. Well, that summer I called off work and told him I had something planned for us out of town. Mind you, we had been talking for years at this point. I practically begged him not cancel because I had booked us to go parasailing. Well, he finally agreed. I stopped at a restroom, and on the way back to the car, I can hear that he's on the phone. Well, he was on the phone with his brother, and all I heard his brother say was, "Did you already block her from your stories?" That's when I knew he had to be talking to someone. We ended up going parasailing and went back home. I again chose to ignore it until one day he called me to come over because he had something to say. Well, he ends up telling me that he was with a girl at a party and things happened and he ended up with an STD and basically had to go check himself. This was after always denying there was someone else. I checked myself and I was all cleared, and tell me why I was literally okay going back with him. Like,
Mama.
help, please.
Oh, no.
In my head, it just seemed like I invested so much time and effort on him to just let it go. Well, he ended up saying he needed some time and that if either of us ends up moving on, to just let the other one know.
Bye.
Boy, bye. I was devastated. Tell me why that hurt more than the STD talk, LOL. I remember being so sad that I told myself I would never find anyone else because it was only him.
Oh, sweet angel.
Well, safe to say, half a year later, I found my now husband. He treated me so different. On my birthday that year, he planned a cute date. Well, tell me why my ex messaged me happy birthday that year after knowing I had found someone else. They always freaking do because they're selfish. This guy had never said happy birthday to me from all of those years.
Goodbye.
I always made a big deal for his birthday, but for some reason he was always busy or something would come up on my birthday. Anyways, safe to say I am now happily married and will always be grateful that I did not end up with him. Why?
I just looked it up because I knew there was a certain phrase for it, but the sunk cost fallacy. Have you heard people say that?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It's basically like you're reluctant to get out of a situation because of the time, because of how much you've invested into it. So it's like even clear to you that it would be more beneficial to leave a situation, but you're like, oh, but I've just put in so much time. I feel like people can do that in all sorts of situations, relationships, friendships, financial situations where it's like, well, I've spent all this money on it, so I have to just keep, or time. Oh, I've, gone to school for this, so I can't give up. But it really is just like a fallacy. It's like a mindset.
Yes. I remember my economics teacher in high school giving the analogy, like if you're in the grocery store line and there's one lane and you're waiting, or there's one line and you're waiting and there's like 5 people in front of you, then the person next to you opens up a line, is like, hey, you can come to this line. Would you ever just be like, no, I've already been waiting in this line for an hour, I'm going to stick this one out? Or would you go to the next line? It's like that makes it more obvious. That's the truth of the time investment. And that has stuck with me. So thank you, Mr. Bleep.
Sometimes it's not good to abandon something that's not serving you, or even if you've spent time on it, it's like you'd just be better off to leave. I hate that. It's the same concept of like she's begging for a morsel of attention, and you should never have to feel like that.
If you ever feel afraid to confront them as well, like that is also a huge red flag. If you hear something that sounds sketchy to you and you're scared to bring it up.
No.
that is also a red flag. It's a red flag that it happened. It's a red flag that you're scared to bring it up. That you're like, wait, what did I just hear you say to your brother? What are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. Another huge red flag is that she's scared that he's going to cancel.
Yes.
It's like you're already clawing your way. Like, you know, it's like you have your claws in them, like, please don't, please give me attention. Please don't cancel. Oh, I hope. That's how I was feeling about Brooks and Gleb's relationship, where it's like, I hope this, you know, he hasn't replied in an hour. Something must be wrong. It's like, okay, this is clearly not healthy.
Yeah.
Like, you should not feel like you have to dig your heels in and just be like, oh, I hope he, you know, will still go with me. I hope he'll give me a morsel of time. It's like, no. We deserve way, way better than that.
Yes, 100%.
Okay, buckle up. This one is a roller coaster. I met this guy while I was interning at a church. We hit it off quickly, started dating within weeks, and about a month in, I got offered a job at another church in a totally different city. He had zero ties to the church I met him at, so when I took the job, he just followed me. Like, sure, why not? I'll just look for a job where you are. When I met him, he didn't have a job, but I was making good money, so I thought, who cares? Not a deal breaker. Eventually, he decided to start a sneaker reselling business. Now, I know that resale can be a little sketchy, but suddenly he's making a lot of money, so I assumed he was doing everything above board. What does that mean?
Maybe just like legally.
Okay. Plot twist, he was not. About 6 months in, my brother and I started getting death threats in our DMs from random strangers. Full on, if we don't get our packages, we will find you and end you. Not over the sneakers. I was so confused until I realized they found us because he had tagged us on his page.
Oh.
Turns out his business was scamming people. He would take their money through Venmo, PayPal, whatever, ship them literal boxes of trash instead of sneakers. It gets worse. He was terrible with money. So at one point, he ended up living with my parents. Keep in mind, I didn't even live there, but now my parents were dealing with his mess. The scamming got so bad that USPS literally flagged their address because so many complaints were tied to it. For months, they could not get mail delivered to their home. They had to pick up every single piece of mail at the post office, all because of my boyfriend. Meanwhile, I'm so stressed that I'm ending up in urgent care multiple times with debilitating migraines. Did I break up with him? Nope. Should I have? Obviously. Then, and I still cannot believe this, he asked my parents if he could marry me. No job, no house, no stability.
A criminal.
My mom called to tell me, and I was like, please, for the love of everything, tell him no. We had a family vacation planned to one of my favorite places, and my biggest fear was him proposing to me out of nowhere.
Oh my gosh, girl, break up with him. Oh, I know it's like so obvious from the outside, but
thankfully he didn't. Thankfully he didn't, but he sulked the entire trip and didn't even thank my parents for paying for everything. When we got home, I finally decided I was done. Breaking up took 2 hours because he was in complete disbelief. His parents had to drive 9 hours to pick him up and all his stuff up from my parents' house. The first thing his dad said to my dad when he arrived was, well, how much money does he owe you? Like, sir, you knew this whole time and you didn't warn me. But wait, the saga was not over. After leaving, he started posting these long, sentimental Instagram stories about me and my family, talking about how impactful we'd been in his life and how he was going to take care of himself and then come back. Spoiler, please don't. Spoiler, he never came back. The cops even showed up at my parents' house looking for him weeks later. I dodged the biggest bullet. 4 weeks after the breakup, I met my now husband and we've been married for 5 years. My family still jokes. Remember when we couldn't get mail delivered? Honestly, I will never live that one down. That's actual scam artist.
That is insane.
Sweetie, we don't want you. He's like, no, I'll be back. Don't worry.
I'm going to work on myself and be back. I will call the police.
The police are knocking.
Yeah, that is insane.
And you're not coming anywhere within a 10-foot radius of me, sir.
Yeah.
Ever again.
Oh my gosh,
that's boxes crazy. Of trash is diabolical. Please. How do people think that they're going to get away with that?
I don't
get it.
I don't get it either.
You are so stupid.
Yeah, I don't get it.
An actual full-on scamming business.
That's hilarious. The boxes of trash. The sneakers.
The sneaker reselling of it all.
Who knew?
Your parents are troopers. Like, I can just imagine they're like, what situation are we in right now? This guy is insane.
Other is living with us, but you're not.
No. Diabolical. She fully has a career, a job.
Yes.
She has her own apartment, and they're just housing him while he scams.
No, I'm sorry, girly. Please say no. Like, that's your sign.
Yeah. Don't tell him not to marry me.
Oh my gosh. Hey, Chelsea and JC, you both are my ultimate favorite podcasters and never fail to make me giggle at your fabulous banter. Wow. Thank you.
What a compliment.
I know you love it when the compliments go on for a solid portion of a submission time, but I shall just say ditto to all the previous compliments because there has never been one said that I didn't agree with. Oh my gosh, girl, stop. You're making me blush. Moving forward to the prompt. Already? So I dated this guy who we can call Larry. Important context to Larry is that he was from another country, Spain. And this made me a little unclear of how I should perceive some behaviors because were they simply a result of a cultural gap or were they him just being weird? For example, one that startles me looking back at it with my post-breakup clarity is when we were laying in bed after sexy time. He said to me, I've been thinking and I know why I love you so much. Be anxious for any possible compliments, looked at him with excitement and flattery, believing I was about to get a comment like because you're gorgeous or your personality is a 10 out of 10, but no. Larry proceeded to tell me he loves me because I remind him so much of his mom and that he loves his mom the most in the world, so that it makes so much sense why he's able to love me. Cool. It wasn't that I didn't want to remind him of his mom, it just was the place and time.
Yeah, the timing. You did it at my birthday.
Yeah. Like Larry was simply oblivious to context clues. Larry also had a weird habit of biting me. I didn't enjoy this. His action resembled those of a guppy, where he would see my exposed shoulder and would feel this unexplained need to bite me or aggressively nuzzle his nose into me. This for one gave me the ick, but it went too far the day he looked up at me after chomping at my arm and said he loved doing this to his mom when he was a kid.
Okay, we gotta stop with
All
that.
right, one strike, fool me once, shame on you.
Yeah.
Fool me twice, shame on me. This is when the cultural thing comes in because for me, I never sucked or bit my mother's arm when I was young. And if I had, I would hope she would have shaken me off and asked me to center myself because what do you mean you're sucking your mom's arm?
Sucking it is crazy.
Chomping
and sucking on your mom's arm is insane.
I need to gather further details. So I asked Larry, you mean you were a baby? He said, well, yes, of course. And also when I was in my teens. No. There were other instances when he would bring up his mom and I would feel a bit queasy. He went on to remind me how many times throughout our relationship that he loves his mom so much. He thinks she is so beautiful. This is sweet, I know, but it was excessive. And random other pro-mom comments.
Pro-mom.
The thing was, I got along with his mom so well, and she was not a crazy boy mom in the slightest. This was simply a whole Larry thing. Anyways, that was my story. I know it isn't a huge red flag, but looking back, I am just shocked that these statements and bites didn't faze me more in the moment. Thanks for listening, ladies. You're both such lights in my day. That's
kind of crazy that she's not a crazy boy mom because that's what you would expect.
Yes,
you would expect
100%.
that she's kind of primed him for this behavior.
Yes,
and
100%.
Made him be obsessed with her. But like to hear that she's actually normal and awesome is like, okay, what is?
Maybe she's just too awesome.
Yeah,
like he's
like I'll
obsessed.
never find someone like my mom. You know, my mom is just the best woman on earth.
Yeah.
Like we love a man who loves his mom, but time and place.
Let's keep it out of the relationship. That's the problem. Is you can love your mom and be obsessed with your mom. She thinks she's great, beautiful. All those things are great. Trust me. Like, but you got to keep it out of the relationship. You don't need to be like comparing your wife. Like that's a separate thing. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I love my mom, but you are my wife. You don't remind me of maybe something you do. You can say like, oh, my mom does that or something. Yeah. Oh yeah. Girlfriend.
Yeah.
Things like that. You know, that's a little. The sucking and the chomping the arm is also just kind of like
that's a him problem.
It's just a weird thing. It's just, again, the little things that show you what's going on here.
What are we doing?
You know, we all have our habits, but
some are weirder than others. And I fear that's not just because he's from Spain. I fear that's not a cultural norm.
If I had to take a guess.
If I had to.
An educated guess.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, buckle up, ladies, because this man was a piece of work. First red flags, he was a summer sales bro. Rookie move, I know. He was also part of the same part of Arizona as I think you are. So who knows? You might know him.
Awesome.
Can you tell us his name? That would be helpful. We met when he asked to sit next to me at the library. I never thought he was cute, if I'm being completely honest. He had random people tell him all the time that he looked like Fix-It Felix.
Huh?
If that gives you a visual.
Who's Fix-It Felix?
I don't know. I need to look it up. Fix-It Felix.
Sounds like a child show.
Sir. Not Fix-It Felix.
And the
fact that multiple people have told him that is insane.
That's something you keep to yourself.
I felt bad saying no to a date in person, so we went. He love bombed me so hard, took me on a date in his Mercedes to NBA games, paid for my flight to visit him while he was doing summer sales, took me home to meet his family after 1 month, took me horseback riding on a hot air balloon ride, bought me an Apple Watch for my birthday.
Okay.
On our way to go visit his family, we were having a long car ride chat, and I asked him what his biggest fear was.
Okay, so you were scared to say no to a first date, but now you're like in a full-blown relationship.
She's like, I was scared, but then I saw the Apple Watch, and I accidentally went in his Mercedes to an NBA game.
Multiple NBA games. Oops, I'm his wife. There's a ring on my finger.
Oh my gosh. On our way to go visit his family, we were having a long car ride chat, and I asked him what his biggest fear was. And he looked me dead in the face and says, my wife getting fat.
Oh.
I laughed thinking he was joking, but he was completely serious. Not even himself gaining weight and not being able to do things, but his wife. I was speechless, truly. That is like a common thing. Like, I have heard that. And the reason I'm terrified is because she says he's from where we are, which is like making me actually have a full body chills, because that is like something I would hear from guys.
Yes.
Like, oh, my biggest fear is like marrying someone and they get fat.
Look with it.
Go to therapy. Your biggest fear should be the bottom of the ocean, not your wife getting fat. Your biggest fear should be getting murdered or getting in an airplane accident. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Your wife getting fat.
Your biggest fear should be heights.
That's your biggest fear?
Yeah.
No.
No, it's so
I was speechless,
bad.
Truly. Then, I know you probably can't believe I stayed with him after this. LOL. A few months later, Mama, why are we still with Fix-It
we're years in at this point.
She's like, he's now my husband.
Yeah.
A few months later, when we were doing long distance, I was going to fly out to visit him in Kentucky, of all places. He told me he wasn't going to be able to get off work in time to pick me up from the airport, which is already annoying because he was a leader and got to pick his own hours. He just said he felt bad getting off early, even though my flight got in mid-afternoon. I tried to be nice about it, but told him over FaceTime I was a bit annoyed that I was flying all the way out to the middle of nowhere for him for 2 days. His schedule was apparently so busy that I had to fly to him on Saturday afternoon and back Sunday night. So it was literally less than 48 hours. And he couldn't even pick me up. Then he got super mad all of a sudden and yells, "Fine, why do you have to ruin everything? I was going to surprise you and be at the airport to pick you up, but now you ruined it." I'm like, he ate. Just kidding.
And he ate.
Sir, surprise me with the bare minimum. Textbook narcissist behavior. Honestly, to take something away just so he could give it back and seemed like he was my hero. Funny enough, I actually met my future husband the day before I broke things off with him while he was still gone for the summer. Don't worry, we didn't even talk. We just met at a party. No cheating. We met again after I was single and then started dating. And now we're married with the sweetest baby ever. But truly, I cannot believe I just dated that despicable man. I'm screaming. Are you on his side now?
No. No, I'm not on his side necessarily, but like, you know, I can see how it's just like not like despicable. I'm feeling like he's not like, compared to the stories we've been hearing, I'm like, okay, he had a bad comment, which again shows more about his character than just like one answer.
My wife getting fat is diabolical.
The surprise thing is like, okay, well, that's not like you're saving my life. But I feel like as though it's one of those situations where, again, we don't know. Maybe she didn't include it, but maybe not the most toxic person in the world necessarily. Just more of
just like a bad match and not the vibe.
Yeah.
I know what she means by like taking something away. Yeah,
exactly.
Even and then giving it back. Yes. I do get that, but also I feel like in this situation,
it's kind of like someone being like, "Oh, I forgot your birthday. Never mind, I got a surprise party for you." It's like, "Oh, you really put me through the ringer there."
Yeah.
Like,
there needs to be like, I think we've kind of talked about this, like the best way to actually go about surprising someone. Yeah. I get
Surprise
what she's saying
101.
also though, where it's like surprising me at the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Like, I can't pick you up. I picked you up. It's like, cool surprise. I would hope that you would pick me up. Like, that's nothing special.
And if I'm pressing you, just be like, "Oh, I actually was gonna, but yeah, I guess I'll just pick you up."
Exactly.
Instead of being like, "You ruined my
you ruined everything."
I'm getting the sense that he is very entitled.
For sure.
That's the sense I'm getting from him. Which,
I agree with that.
Like, miserable time being with someone like
that. For
that.
sure. No, I think he's insufferable, but
yeah.
I don't know if he's like a toxic narcissist. I'd have to have more context.
Yeah. Oh, that's why. Because she said classic narcissist behavior. And I'm like, let's be easy on the
narcissist
on the diagnosis aspect of it. But who knows? Maybe he is. We're going to jump into an ad to talk about Live Conscious, specifically their Beyond Brew, which I swear you guys need to try, especially if you are trying to maybe decrease your caffeine for the day, your caffeine intake for the day. That's something Nick and I have been very conscious about recently.
Nice.
Is just making sure we're not hopped up. You know, we're at the end of the day, we're like, wait, why are we feeling so anxious? Oh, we had so much caffeine today. So that's kind of like the final boss of our wellness journey. And Sometimes you don't need to get rid of caffeine, but you need to switch up how you're getting your caffeine. So your morning coffee might be slowing down your metabolism, and it might be time to replace all that sugar with a zero sugar coffee alternative. So that's why the Beyond Brew by Live Conscious is so amazing. I've said this before, I went to one of their events a while ago, and I was very inspired by their mission to create simple, effective wellness solutions that just elevate your everyday life and feel very intentional.
It's packed with 6 powerful mushrooms like lion's mane and reishi, and with fiber in every serving, which, by the way, I've been hearing so much about fiber lately, I feel like, and the importance of it. Beyond Brew is designed to support gut health and immunity while delivering calm, focused energy, all without the crash. Add it to your coffee, or you can drink it on its own. Beyond Brew offers more than just a caffeine fix. Also, they have delicious flavors like vanilla latte, caramel macchiato. You can treat your taste buds and say goodbye to caffeine jitters, which are the absolute worst. Live Conscious has sold over 400,000 jars of Beyond Brew, so you know it is good stuff. Visit liveconscious.com today and make the switch to a smarter sip with Beyond Brew. Use code WHATWESAID to receive 15% off. That is code WHATWESAID to receive 15% off.
Recently, JC and I were at a girls' night, and we were all talking about how, just as, not that we're old, but as you get a little older, sleep becomes a bit of a puzzle, and you have to find the right support for your back. You don't want your hips to feel unsupported, your neck. Like, you actually have to start thinking about your sleep and your bed specifically. Your mattress is key. So recently, we actually switched to a Lisa mattress, and it has been game changing. I used to wake up with a little bit of like achy hips, and I was like, wait, how old am I? This is crazy. And now that we have our Lisa mattress that is tailored to how we sleep, I wake up feeling so much better, not stiff anymore, and it is actually game changing. Lisa has a lineup of beautifully crafted mattresses tailored to how you sleep without the luxury price tag. So each mattress is designed with specific sleep positions and feel preferences in mind. So from night one, you will feel the difference. It's also made with premium materials that deliver serious comfort and full body support no matter how you sleep.
Lisa mattresses are meticulously designed and assembled in the USA for exceptional quality. Plus, they back it all up with free shipping, easy returns, and a 100-night sleep trial. Lisa has been tested and awarded Best Hybrid Mattress by New York Times Wirecutter, and it is exclusively featured by West Elm as their go-to mattress partner. Also, they donate thousands of mattresses each year to those in need. They partner with organizations like Clean Hub to remove harmful plastic waste from our oceans, which we absolutely love. So if you guys are in the market for a new mattress, go to lisa.com for 25% off mattresses, plus get an extra $50 off with promo code WhatWeSaid, exclusive for our listeners. That is leesa.com, promo code WhatWeSaid for 25% off mattresses, plus an extra $50 off. Be sure to enter our show name after checkout so they know we sent you. lisa.com, promo code WhatWeSaid.
Girls, been listening for a few years now and love the pod. It makes my workdays so much more bearable. Okay, so back in senior year of high school, I was dating this guy who was my first, what I thought was love I've ever experienced. Well, I ignored a lot, and maybe I was just blindsided by how handsome he was and would let things slide and brush them off because every girl wanted to date him, but I had him. I hate a freaking toxic, handsome man.
Nothing worse.
Makes it 10 times just harder.
It does make it worse.
This man, that's why it's so shocking when you're with someone who's toxic and
ugly.
You're like, okay, what magical spells do you possess that you had me under?
And some do. Like, they really have something about them where it's like, somehow you're toxic and ugly, and like,
yeah,
it's
and
still
really
working.
no redeeming qualities,
Yes.
but I'm
hooked.
fiending for you. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's beyond.
Okay, well, I ignored a lot, and maybe I was just blinded by how handsome. Okay, I already said that. This man's sorry boy would track my whereabouts on Snapchat, but said he couldn't share his location because it just didn't work. Yeah.
It didn't work.
First red flag, but I brushed it off. He had his text messages set to not display what the text was when he got notifications on his phone and had all notifications off for everything else. And when I'd ask who he was talking to, he would tell me it wasn't my business. Okay, still brushed it off. I have a huge list of other things he did, like liking girls' photos of them in bikinis, and it's just a butt showing or commenting heart eyes on other girls' pics.
Well,
and
he's
would never
fully dating you?
I would never post me on social media.
Oh my.
But here's where things start to get worse. He, on multiple occasions, would invite me over to sleep over and hang out, and in the middle of the night would leave. Yep, leave. I would wake up at like 2 a.m. wondering where the heck he went, and would find out either he went to a party or on a walk and didn't want to wake me. I still stuck around. It wasn't until I was on why did he invite you to come over and sleep there? What?
What is the point of this?
He's twisted. It wasn't until I was on a day trip with him and his family that I received a text from this girl telling me my boyfriend was on Tinder and was messaging her and a few other girls she knew, and my heart sank. Oh, I feel so sad for you. I was stuck in a different city with this man's family and just confirmed all my suspicions I'd been having for months. Of course, I confronted him, and his response was someone made this account. It was fake, and it wasn't him that the girls were lying, and that the girls were lying to me, and that this was my fault. Okay, are the girls lying to you, or was it a fake account? Which one is it? Because it doesn't make sense. Okay, now I lost my spot.
And that it was her fault somehow?
And that it was my fault. And why would I have even bring it up and accuse him of such a thing?
That's classic. That's the classic like narcissist behavior where it's like, actually, it's your fault that I'm getting cheating allegations.
Matter of fact, you made me cheat.
Yeah,
they are lying and it's not true, but you made me do this. Yeah. Classic. I did break up with him and found out he had been cheating on me the whole time we were together. And months after our split, he would call me nonstop and message me like crazy, begging for me to come back, and told me that he just wanted the summer to have fun, but ultimately loved me the most and was always going to come back to me. As if.
Oh, I'm now 28. So lucky. Yeah. I am the luckiest girl in the world.
Thank you for coming back to me. I'm now 28 and married to the love of my life, who I met at a bar just a few months after things had ended with the other guy. And he became my best friend. And a year later, my boyfriend and now husband. Never settle, ladies. You know what? I love the theme of this. And I feel like is always the theme.
You always find your person after the freaking
right after a
idiot.
toxic situation. Yes. You're like, you're feeling so discouraged. You're just like, whatever. But you've reached a point where you're like, I'm done.
You also literally you know what you deserve
days,
at that point.
Yes. Days after you meet the love of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You're
crazy.
not willing. I think the best part of like a toxic relationship like this is once you get out of it, you have so much power because you realize like just how crazy it was, and you know that you will never do that again.
Yes.
Like I feel like if you do have a very toxic relationship, it's pretty rare to like get into another toxic cycle because you're like, no. Like I'm not doing that again. Yeah. I'm not giving my power away. I'm not like dealing with just an idiot like this ever again. Okay. Hello. Love the podcast. Can't wait to see you at the Chicago show. Yay.
Fab.
So a very shortened version of my unsettling dating story. I met this guy at the chicken sandwich shop across from where I work. Cute, funny, seemed like a gentleman. First date was bring your own sushi. Great vibes. Paid for everything. Noticed little details. Okay, he did. That's what she's saying. I was like, okay, this might be something. Second date ends at my place. Overall went well. Next day, he brings me flowers at work. Sweet, sure.
Okay, this is going great.
But as a manager, mixing dating life with my workplace. Wait, what?
Oh, like he brought flowers to her work.
Oh, to her work. Got it. Not my vibe, she says. Okay.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Next morning, he texts asking if he can bring more flowers and walk me to work. I politely decline. As I leave my apartment, I see him biking down my street. 40 minutes from where he lives, clearly looking for me. I hide and my stomach drops. Please do not show up in my apartment unannounced just because you know where I live now. I'm terrified. It is just like coming on way too strong, way too fast. 100%. Like I have more flowers. Like, okay, I don't need all that.
Okay.
Next day we grab coffee and the first thing out of his mouth is, you're really bad at answering your phone. Then with a blank stare, you don't smile much. Are you trying to look like a bitch?
Oh.
Sir, I've known you for 3 days. I knew what was happening. The manipulation tactic of making me feel small was not going to work on me because, unfortunately for him, I'm an emotionally intelligent queen and picked up on his game quickly. I laughed, cut the coffee meetup short, and went to work. On my lunch break, I spot him inside my shop.
Oh!
My coworker says he came in asking, where is she? With a flower stuffed in his t-shirt pocket. Ick.
Ew!
And a tote bag of things he had to give me. Never saw the tote bag, never saw him again, just sent a leave me alone or there will be issues text, in which he responded to with zero acknowledgement of my feelings and more of his manipulation tactics. Moral of the story, trust your gut and know the difference between love bombing and actual healthy generosity.
Yes. That is like when they're trying to get into your personal life way too soon. It's like, okay, honey, we're not dating yet. We've gone on a couple dates. You're not coming to my workplace. And
no. Coming to my apartment when I said
unannounced.
No.
Like, you're not part of my life at this point.
No.
I'm meeting you here. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
That's weird behavior.
There's so much art. Like, I always say this, but because we got married so early and like so long ago, I guess maybe we just need to have someone on who has been single up until their late 20s or like early 30s, because I feel maybe we should do like a dating rules episode and have girls who are like 28 and above write in only and have it be because I feel like
dating rules for this day and age.
Yes, because it's like I'm unaware of what the proper protocol is for like a first date. And again, when you're older, I feel like it's different too. But
yeah, like
you know
the
what
mixing
I'm saying?
of, yeah, for sure. Because like, there's things we didn't necessarily need to consider when you're dating, like the workplace thing.
Exactly.
It's like it's not a serious job. So if like when I was 18, someone brought me flowers at the job, I'd be like, okay, cool.
Yeah, it's like
it's
not a big
like
deal.
So yeah, it's like I'm quitting next week.
Yeah,
but it's not like my place of work.
Yes. Also, like I will be listening to a podcast of girls who are like currently dating or single, and they'll be like, you know, talking about a date they went on, and it's like I'm trying to remember the context of like, you know, we were going on our second date, and he said he wanted to like talk and do this, but like I just wanted to do something more simple because it was a second date. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. I guess I'm just saying, or they'll be like, you know, you never agree to have them come over to you the first date. You always like meet them somewhere else. I'm just saying they're like safety things. Practical tips. What was the other thing?
I mean, maybe with like social media and stuff like that.
I was listening to Three-Way Pod, which is with Peyton and her friends Iman and Kristen. They're so funny. And they were talking about how I think Iman was saying, she's like, this is just like a random tangent I'm going on. But she was like, I don't tell my friends about my first date. Like if I'm going on a first date with a guy that I matched with on Hinge, I don't send my friends screenshots and be like, here's who I'm going on a date with, like da da da. She said she shares her location and whatever, but she doesn't want to have a preconceived notion. She doesn't want to like be like, oh, this is kind of, the fact that he wears sandals is kind of icky, but whatever. Because she's like, what if that's literally my husband? So she's like, I like to just go in with no one's outside approval or thoughts. I don't want my friends to be like saying stuff about him or me saying stuff until I've gone on a date with him and sussed it out. And then I'll be like,
my own
perception of him.
like first impression.
Yes. And then I'll tell my friends like how I felt about it.
Yeah.
But
that's good.
Stuff like that I'm saying, like I wouldn't think about that because I didn't have like a long dating history. But I feel like when you do get older and you're like serious about finding a partner, there's like certain rules, you know, where it's like, okay, I'm going to have my boundary with this. I'm not going to, you know, meet you out and about. Here are the certain activities I'm down to do for a first and second date. But the point of me bringing all that up is it's like, yeah, this is not in the equation. You coming to my workplace, you dropping off flowers multiple days in a row. It's a bit too much.
Yeah, coming to my house unannounced.
No.
You're creepy.
Yeah.
You're calling me you said I looked like a bitch?
No.
That's rude.
And you're got to go immediately. I'm glad that she is an emotionally intelligent queen, as she said herself.
Cut the cord.
I will say I'm just glad that I don't have to date. That's always my main takeaway from these episodes. I'm like, I don't have to deal with any of this. That's confusion. Really nice. But it also, I love having this podcast so we get to you know, get the tea, because a lot of our friends also are married, so I feel like we don't really get dating
That's not the tea
stories.
we're getting.
Yeah, exactly. But I love it. So I love that we get that through you guys. Thanks for letting us live vicariously through your
letting
tea.
us in.
Yes, we love it. If you guys have not gotten tour tickets, we have a few more stops left. We're on the road as we speak. You can follow our Instagram or TikTok for updates.
We're coming to Orlando this weekend. So when you guys are listening to this, we'll be in Orlando. So Florida girlies, it's your last chance. Buy tickets.
Get your tickets. We cannot wait to see you.
It's going to be so fun. It's our biggest venue that we've ever done. So it's going to be
big fun. Time. Big things coming. You guys don't even know what's about to hit you. We love you guys so much. And that's what we said.
Bye.